So, picking up the action where the previous episode left off, everybody, the first store we're going to go explore is the Orbital Cafe over here. So let's see what they have in the store, shall we? I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how each of the stores differ from each other and see what they have in stock. So, Orbman Shop, the below options are available at certain Orbman related shops. And again, if you want to read each of the tutorial menus and or character interaction dialogue in more detail, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to hit the pause button. And then once you finish reading everything in thorough detail, don't forget to hit the play button to resume the video.
For coming.
I don't want to see all that. Ah, bugger. We're short on everything, so we can't buy any quartz. I probably should have saved it from the previous episode. But from what I've read, arts are extra powerful moves that we can utilize during command battles. And just in case anybody has missed any other of my Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak episodes, ladies and gentlemen, I've got you covered, so you don't need to worry. I will leave the playlist link in the video description down below for your viewing pleasure, so make sure you check that out when you get the chance. But the question is, yeah, I'm gonna take that one.
I'm ready to help.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. I was just debating on whether to spend any mirror the in-game currency. And just before I forget, welcome back to another episode of my The Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak series. I'm Shadowstar91, and here we are. We're at the General Foods Holden store. No time like the present. Let's check out the first counter, shall we? Let's see what they have in stock.
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store. Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
Also, I did see within the pop-up text mentions of places called Ored and Crossbell. I'm assuming that there are
It's
different
been a
countries that are based outside of Calvert. And the reason why I'm speaking like this, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned in my previous episodes, this is my very first venture within the Legend of Heroes Trials games. And I have done my background research into, the included games, but I have not looked at the plot because I don't want any spoilers, but because this is my very first game that I'm playing within the series. But I wanted to do a deep dive of who voices who within each game. And just in case anybody needs a reminder, within this game that I'm playing, 4 of my favorite voice actors are based within this. And this, before I get to that, yeah, this vendor is definitely going to come in handy for command battle wise. So we have stuff to heal us when things get very critical, shall we say.
A wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
Still don't know what that exchange is. I'll find out the finer details about that so-called exchange in my own time off camera. But let's head up to the weapons store up here and see what they're all about and what they have in store.
You better take good care
And
of it.
unfortunately, I should have saved my in-game currency.
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store. Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope you enjoy shopping with us. Thank you for visiting the Weston Department Store. Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope
Purchase
you
weapons
enjoy
and armor, and just in case you missed it, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to read any of this in more detail, feel free to hit the pause button. Then once you finish reading each of the pop-up menus in more detail, don't forget to hit the play button to resume the video. And gifts. You can buy gifts from various shops. Oh, so you can actually spend time with each character within the game to increase our friendship levels.
Thank you for visiting
So it's in the
Weston
same
Department Store.
area as the to-do list. Good to know. And with that call, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the clock. I said C-L-O-C-K, YouTube, not what you thought I'd said. So let's head on over to the designated stakeout spot and take a look out for the person in question for this 4SBG. And what I mean by 4SBG is the 4SBGs are the specific type of quests we can actually undertake for Spriggan work. And I'll get into more detail after this. Yeah, something was not right about this, debacle that this person's gotten themselves into. So let's catch up with him within the general food store, shall we? Doesn't hurt to look around the store to see if we can actually pick up the trail of that individual. And it also gives us a chance to check out this vendor right here.
Welcome.
Oh, so this is an character armor vendor. Oh, so certain vendors will have
Thank you for visiting the Weston
odd
department
gifts
store.
in them. But I'm guessing the item at the very top is a character gift, because if anybody noticed that
We hope you enjoy shopping
after
with
we
us.
finished speaking with the weapons store, it also gave a pop-up tutorial menu for connections event, and at the bottom it also had information about character gifts as well. And I do want to apologize again in advance if anybody does hear like a noise in the background. It's because I have my fan on in my recording area to keep it down to a tolerable temperature.
Thank you for visiting the Weston department store.
So many choices, but I have so little MUSICA.
Stores have a wide variety.
MUSICA is the name of the in-game currency, but we're going to do some slight modification to bring up our character stats. God, I'm sounding more like a D&D player every day, and I haven't even played a single game of D&D, like, ever. Not that I don't want to, I just, I've been out of it. I haven't even heard of it before, up until recently, and I feel like that if I do get into it, I won't be able to catch up with specific campaigns, and it'll take long for me. It might take me too long for, to get used to.
We await your next visit.
But with all that done, ladies and gentlemen,
We hope you enjoy shopping.
let's pick up the trail of the person in trouble, shall we? Oh, we have another transition. Yep, we have just found the person in question, everybody. So what have we got now? Oh, I am loving this RPG aspect of the game. So I'm going to safely assume when it comes to this part of a 4SPG or quest, whatever terminology you want to use, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we determine the fate of the person in question. And I'm going to safely assume we will witness the consequences or outcome of said decision later on down the line. So we have own up to it or conceal the truth. And in my opinion, if he conceals the truth, he might get into even more trouble later on down the line, and the police might get involved, or that person who was blackmailing him might return to make his life even more living hell. So in my personal opinion, I think he should just own up to it, get it out in the open, so he can just put this whole debacle to bed and get on or try and resume his life.
All in a day's work.
Okay then, so that closes the books on this 4SPG, and it's a successfully completed 4SPG for Agnes as well, being that this is her first 4SPG, and our law and grey aspects have, or alignment aspects have increased. And I'm going to safely assume each aspect will increase our chances of aligning with someone later on down the line. Alright then, so from the sounds of things, we are heading to the train station for our next 4SPG, everybody. Wonder what kind of 4SPG we got in store for us this time. I picked up the last 4SPG as Van, so I figured, why not give Agnes a try?
Damn, this place is packed today.
Well, it's a train station, it's
Not
bound to
good
be
with
packed.
crowds, I assume?
Nah, I love them. Perfect thing to slip into when someone's tailing my ass.
Can't fault that logic.
Alright.
Alright, we got ourselves another 4SPG, and if you want to read this in more detail, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit the pause button and then hit the play button to resume the video once you're done reading. So we got ourselves a case delivery. Interesting. Or transportation job, as Van just said. Really? Well, it's a good thing we're right next door to the train station. But let's switch back. Let's switch back to Van so he can take the lead on this one, just in case that things decide to go sideways in any shape or form. If Agnes wants to work with Van, let her work with Van. People like that, really piss me off. I gotta say, hats off to Arkwright for coming up with that out-of-the-blue explanation to get that douchebag off their case so they can resume with their work. And I almost forgot which button to press for the fast travel, but here we are. We've officially back in Riverside, the 6th District. Okay, so judging by the mini-map up in the right-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, so if you look up in the right-hand corner of the screen, you notice the mini-map to help us with guidance around each of the areas. We are actually going to be heading over to a second red marker that I've just noticed, and I'm going to safely assume the red marker across the street is the main story objective, but let's go and have a chat with Bermarti to see what he wants to talk about, shall we? Definitely appreciate the offer, Marty, and we might take you up on that later on once we've finished our current to-do list, which includes all quests on hand and all other optional for SPGs, etc. Oh, hang on, we've arrived on the road, no cars coming, so let's safely cross over. And who the fuck are you two dickheads?
Flying stars.
Funny, I was about to say the same thing to you two.
Your ass.
You'll pay.
I'm assuming then this sort of situation is something that we could not, gain the advantage, and it was an enemy advantage. Bugger.
Just try and take me.
All you on yank.
When in doubt, the hammer hit you on the head with a hammer.
A chance.
And that didn't do much.
Think fast. All you on yank.
Oh, that definitely did some damage, but not much.
Just try it.
Activating drive.
Come on.
Haha.
All you on yank. Here goes.
Oh wow, that hydro cannon didn't do much at all.
Activating drive. Activating skill.
Try the hammer to the head again.
Eat this. Here goes.
Down goes one dickhead. Now for the other one.
Get the upper hand. Activating skill.
Think fast.
Bring it home, on yes.
All you on yank.
Here I come.
Hammer to the head and take him out. And that is how you do that, ladies and gentlemen.
a day's work. Mirror deposit confirmed.
And on that note, everybody, that is going to bring today's episode of The Legend of Heroes, Trials Through Daybreak to a close. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please do myself a favor. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, along with turning on the bell so you can receive notifications whenever I upload anything new to my channel. So join me next time, everybody, for when we go venturing with around Station Squid. Hopefully procure some after work snacks to celebrate this very productive day. So until then, I've been Shadowstar91. Stay safe out there, take care, and I'll catch you all in the next episode of Trials Through Daybreak or Trials Through Daybreak 1. Bye bye.